Three, two, one, and we're live. Are we live? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. This is Angela with another edition of Notes on the News, where I share with you headlines that I have personally curated from my news feed. And when we kick it about the headlines or the subject matter at large or the article, if we read it or heard about it. Hey, Rottweiler, what's up? Hey, COG, what's going on? But it's not news, it's just my notes on the news. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notifications bell. Thank you. I know I haven't had my head wrapped in a long time. In some contexts, I cover my head, but thank you. Hit that notifications bell so you'll know when I go live as soon as I go live. Thank you so much for the likes and all of the engagement. We're working on 1,000. Hey, Max Evans, we're working on 1,000 charter subscribers for channel Be Fabulous You. So if you're one of the charter subscribers, I appreciate you, but everything you do is part of the vision. So I appreciate that too. All right. Oh, it got hot real quick. Turn the air off. It's windy out. Maybe I'll open the windows. All right. Habaragani, what's new? What's the news? The True Royal family. What's going on? What's good in your family? What's good for you personally? What's good in your community? What's the good news? Habaragani. So we continue our type it into the comments. Just go on and conversate amongst yourselves. Um so we continue our discussion, our conversation, our focus on Ujamaa, which is the fourth Kwanzaa principle. We discovered that our site Endarkment has an essay on each of the principles. So we have been reading just paragraph by paragraph because we don't want to just, it's kind of a lot to absorb. It's a very well written. I'm back at the gym. Yay! Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop whoop. Yay! The gym is good. Congratulations. That's new and good. We love it. So we're just focusing on one paragraph at a time because the essays are look at them laws back there. Yay. Because the essays are, it's a lot to absorb. So, we listening, so sometimes it's even more to absorb. So in the tradition, our tradition of oral history, let us go on to the next paragraph. Ujamaa also says also did I say Ujamaa is cooperative economics to build our own businesses, control the economics of our community, and share in its work and wealth. Do you know how hot it gets in a car on a cold day? I mean, the truck. How hot it gets on a cold day? I don't know. It's not cold out here. It's hot. Okay. Okay. So the fourth principle, we on like paragraph 5 or 6. Closely related to this concept of self-reliance and responsibility, it requires the respect for the dignity and obligation of work. No joke, my queen. I don't know how hot. I mean, if you turn the heat on, it gets hot. It can get hot in the car on a cold day. I've definitely sat in the car on a cold day and you turn the heat on, then it gets hot, then you turn it off, and then it get cold, then you turn it on, it get hot. Because it seemed like everything go right in and right out. So respect for the dignity and obligation of work. Do we have respect for the dignity of work? Do we have respect for the obligation of work? What are you working on? On what are you working? Are you working on yourself? Are you working on building your family? Are you working on building your community? What is your work? What is your assignment from God? Are you taking that seriously? It's a responsibility. Closely related to this concept of self-reliance and the responsibility it requires is the respect for the dignity and the obligation of work. To respect work is to appreciate its value, reject its exploitation, and engage in it cooperatively for the common good of the community. Many babies have passed out in a hot car on a cold day. I I'm not familiar with that. I know I get cold in the car on a cold day unless the heat is on. So I'm not. Yeah, that's a new concept for me. We gotta keep an eye on it. Okay. Um, Also inherent in Ujima is the stress and obligation of generosity, especially to the poor and the vulnerable. We've been talking about vulnerable peoples and how important it is to treat vulnerable people with dignity and respect. In the book of Ani, we are taught that generosity is its own reciprocal reward. Small gifts return greater, and what is replaced brings abundance. Small gifts return greater, and what is replaced brings abundance. 44. I'm not familiar with the book of Ani, A-N-I. And in the book of Ptah-hotep, we are taught, be generous as long as you live. What goes into the storehouse should come out, for the bread is made to be shared. Don't be just hoarding stuff forever and ever and ever. You can put stuff aside, but you want to keep stuff circulating and flowing. You know, you don't want to always have your hands all tight. You know, we got to relax and let stuff flow. Please, my royal, don't play with this. Yeah, yeah. So, for the bread is made to be shared, and some people call money bread. The money is made to be shared. The bread is made to be shared. So have a generous spirit. Okay, we like that. So we moving on. Yo, Buddha, what up, though? Let's see if the Buddha has anything for us today. Any edification. Sure do. Mm, I think my neighbor is having some work done in their house. You can't see it now, but there was some wood in the flatbed. It's a fancy truck. It does not look like a work truck to me, but they had some wood in the flatbed, and they left and came back. When I came, they were in my spot, or So I don't know. Keep your eye on them, especially right kids. All right. What up, yo, Buddha? What up, though? The past should not be followed after, and the future not desired. What is past is dead and gone, and the future is yet to come. That means live in the moment. If it's already over, it's done, it's a wrap. You got anything from it? If you got something from it, bring it to the future. Bring it to the present. But just to be, all dwelling on stuff that happened in the past, what's going to happen in the future? What can you do right now? What are you doing right now? Keep your energy and your focus, kind of drawn in close to what you can do, because the power is in the present moment. All right, I agree with that. Especially from somebody who tends to be a worrier. I don't know if I think so much like regret about the past, but I think that I get very concerned about the future sometimes. Facts. All right. Let's see what's on the news feed. Let us proceed to the news feed. Habaragani, Umoja. Is it Umoja? Oh no, Habaragani, Ujima, cooperative economics. Okay. Let's see. New Zealand man shot after flying to US to attack teenager. Proceed to the news feed. Okay. So this story was interesting to me because, all right, Rod, we'll be here. Even though I'm trying to hurry up, I might still be here. This story was interesting to me because it's a case of somebody who met somebody over the internet. It's like a virtual story. So a New Zealand man flew to the United States state of Virginia and was shot trying to break into the home of a teenage girl who he met online. The man was 25 years old. He was shot in the neck by the girl's mom after smashing his way through a glass door. He was armed with a knife, duct tape, and pepper spray. He traveled 8,000 miles after the girl stopped speaking to him online. This was not random. It was not spontaneous. Hey, Ayapo. This was something very planned. It's a new world. Police say the man had taken 3 flights and a bus and had traveled more than 8,500 miles from New Zealand to Richmond, Virginia. He was not invited here. He was not expected here. He had been told in the past that the daughter no longer wished to communicate with him, Sheriff Agnew said, adding that the two had met through Discord, an app that allows video gamers to speak to each other online. The incident occurred on Friday in the Highland Hills neighborhood. The girl and her young teenage girls, 14 and 18. It sounds like a premeditated murder. He done came from Australia to Virginia, and he show up at the door with duct tape and a knife. And what else? Well, it's not good. It's stressing me out. He knocked on the door, but the mother, who police did not identify, chose not to answer, telling investigators that she was not in the habit of answering the door during the day. After seeing the mother inside, he yelled that he had hitchhiked 30 miles to the house and needed help. He then attempted to enter the home, and eventually he got a brick and attempted to break the door down, adding that he attempted to violently get inside her house. That's probably what the mother said. The mother warned him that she had a gun and waited until he reached his arm past the broken glass to attempt to unlatch the door before she fired 2 shots. Hey, I see. He was shot in the neck once. I sick to the stomach. And then he fled to a nearby yard where he collapsed. Police found him with a knife, pepper spray, and duct tape. Dang. And the plane from New Zealand in his pocket. They say he planned to return to New Zealand on 30th June. What's today? The 26th? He gonna be here all this time? Was he planning to hold the child captive? What was he gonna do? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Nigerian singer Davido calls on Americans to come to Africa after winning the BET Award. I guess they have an international category and he won. He said, come on to America. Come on to Africa. And I say, let's go. Ottawa Bluefest preparations obscured by nesting bird. I like this story. Like when I was in India, you would see like the cows would be walking around and you would see traffic going around them. Let's go, let's go, let go, let go, let go. You would see cars, driving around it and just traffic like the animals, they got a right to be here as much as anybody else. Look at the bird with those stripes around the neck. This is called a killdeer, protecting its eggs on a golf course in Dallas, Texas. Oh, that's in Dallas, Texas. A major Canadian music festival is facing an unexpected tiny hurdle. A nesting bird who picked the site of the main stage to lay her eggs. A killdeer and her 4 eggs could delay the Ottawa Bluefest from setting up for its July 5th opening. Construction on the festival's main stage is scheduled to begin on Tuesday. She said, I'm having my babies here. Now, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't just knock the bird out the way and go on about their business. I'm not saying that that's what I would do. I'm just surprised that they got a music festival and this little bird and her 4 that they stopped for. That's deep. They're not endangered birds, but a federally protected migratory species in both the U.S. and Canada. The Ottawa Bluefest attracts tens of thousands of music lovers from across North America each year. I'm kind of surprised by that story. I'm kind of surprised. I wouldn't think that they would stop the festival. I think they would just, Ethiopia welcomes old enemies. Oh, let me see if the image is the same one that I saw. I like the image that I saw. And we've been talking about Ethiopia, Eritrea, all of this, that's going on in Ethiopia. Unification of African people. Black people unite. Let us be one. Let's be friends. Let's love each other. Oh, no, not feathers, King Quest. Feathers, I think, that's the one who I was saying had put something in my comment stream talking about something weird. Okay. Yeah, they got a video, but you can kind of see these children. I'm talking about the male and the female. I got in his skit too. You the king of trolling somebody. Texas is home to the largest black population in the U.S., census data reveals. Did you know that? Texas is home to the largest black population in the U.S.? I thought Detroit was. Data from the U.S. Census Bureau published last week revealed that Texas is home to the largest black population in the nation, boasting 3.8 million people as of 2017. I only troll folks I love. This, I didn't even think you heard that. This is the first year Texas has been the state with the largest Black or African American population since at least 2010. Well, 2010 ain't that long ago. How often they do a census? I thought they did the census every 10 years. Census demographer Molly blah blah blah. Prior to this year, New York had the largest Black or African American population. Okay, but it's been consistently large in Texas. I had family. I went to a family reunion in Texas last summer. Texas has been among the top 3 states with the largest Black or African American population since 2012. Significant increase in this Latino population, but not enough to top Cali, which has the largest in the country. The greatest increase, towns with the greatest Black increase are Prairie View, DeSoto, Lancaster, Cedar Hill, just to name a few. I never heard of none of them. However, if you look at the percentage of the population that is Black or African American in Texas, it actually ranks 19 among the states. Now, Texas is a big state, so they just counting straight numbers. Oh, I see what they're doing. I see. The recent data is an indication of America's growing racial. You heard all of them? You from Texas? You got a Texas connection? America's growing racial and ethnic diversity in recent years. As the nation's white population begins to shrink, last week's report revealed that for the first time in history, white Americans are dying faster than babies are being born in the majority of U.S. states. Houston. Houston. Okay. I know about Houston. Dallas. That might be. Oh, Galveston. Them are college towns. Oh, the towns that they mentioned with the Black folks. That's interesting. What we know about the Opelousas massacre of 1868. Now, this article was a little confusing because I guess they had to type in. They probably meant to say 1860, but they said 1960. And then it kind of like, I got a little thrown off. So let me see if I have a different opinion when I go back this time. Why we still love, they can no longer hide it. It's been happening for a while. The population shift and them dying off. Failing birth rates. What we know about the Opelousas massacre of 1868. Louisiana was the site of several white insurrections and race riots. We discussed the Coushatta massacre and several others here on Black Then. Another such incident occurred 2 years prior in late September 1868, the Opelousas massacre. The Opelousas massacre had its roots on attacks by the local white vigilance group, the Seymour Knights. These attacks were a result of Blacks wanting to join the Democratic Party. Up until then, the party leaned heavily on Southern white. As expected, they were rejected by the local whites and prompted the attacks. There was one thing in here that I felt was important. Yeah, because they desperate. Like a chicken, the headless chicken coming home to roost. What was it, Ayapo, the video? The Blacks were killed anywhere the people found them, blah, 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 blah. But the Freedmen Bureau launched an investigation into the Opelousas massacre. Its October report decided that the incident could be instigated by Blacks refusing to disarm. Oh, I did. By blacks refusing to disarm. So they like, oh, black people got guns, give us your guns. And the black people are like, no, we ain't giving you our guns. And then that's when the massacre started. That's what the Freedmen's Bureau said. Headless chickens coming home to roost. All right. We'll put a link in the stream. Okay. Why we still love Coming to America 30 years later and Hollywood doesn't. Now, I think I only saw Coming to America once, but probably about a month ago, I caught the maybe like from the middle. I don't know if I saw the whole thing, but Coming to America was good. I thought it was good. They say the critics were like Eddie Murphy was trying to be bland. The critics didn't like it. Coming to America is a classic. I mean, because it's 30 years old. When I was watching it the other day or the last month or whatever, I was cracking up. I was like, this is really funny. This is a beautiful little story. This is really super cute. I like this. And it's 30 years old. That's like a grown person. Coming to America is like a grown person who has children and a house and a job and everything. Okay. I don't know nothing about Hollywood, but I know I like Coming to America. Classic, and the comedy and the story still hold up to this day. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Like, yeah, you watched it and it didn't feel that I was impressed. And I didn't think Eddie Murphy was bad at all. I thought everybody did their part, and I might even watch it again. Serena Williams covers In Style's first ever Badass Women issue. I could not be coming to America if that devil wouldn't brought my woman to America. I would not be coming to America. Did you notice Cuba? No. But I mean, I think I've seen like that footage before or whatever. He's been in some other stuff when he was young too. I like Cuba Gooding Jr. in that movie with the white guy when he was like an athlete and he was married to Regina King, King. He was married to Regina, her character, and he had that agent. I thought he was good. I got a song called Coming to America. I wrote a song. You want to hear? Coming is based on that movie. Oh, is it on your channel? Okay. So, yeah, Serena Williams. Okay, we talked about that, or we didn't talk about it, but Donnie McGuire. Oh, no, it wasn't called Donnie McGuire, but that's close. It's close, but I don't think that's quite. It might be, but I don't think that's it. Evelyn Lozada vehemently denies sleeping with Shawnee O'Neal's ex, but fans don't believe her. I didn't see last night's episode. Something McGuire. I didn't see last night's episode, but we knew that was coming. Some people have been waiting for it. I did not see it, so I can't say whether I believe it or not. But I can say that I don't know Evelyn Lozada, but she seems like the type of woman who would do anything. I'm just saying. I'm not a fan, but I'm probably in that category of people who don't believe her vehement denial. Black boy was so scared. Would you do anything? Would you do anything for money? Jerry Maguire. Is that what it's called? Was that the name of the movie? Jerry Maguire. Now, I don't like that thing that show me the money. Yeah, I don't like that scene where everybody, like, you know, with the white guy sliding in his underwear and his socks. I was kind of like, I could have done without that. And that seemed to be the scene that everybody likes. But I think I like Cuba Gooding Jr. in it. Cuba. Black boy was so scared after Philly cinema manager. Hey, welcome back. After Philly cinema manager called police on his dad, he threw up. So they at the theater, and there was some kind of dispute about something. I can't remember what the dispute was. Proceed with the news feed. I don't remember what the dispute was, but basically, I guess that there was a time in this country, and this is what some people are trying to inspire, where risky bit, was that the name of the movie? I guess there was a time in the history of this country where if you were black, you just shut up and took, hey, Bonafide, thank you for the flower. Where you just shut up and took whatever they said. So if you came to the restaurant and they said it's 50 cents for plasticware, you just paid the 50 cents and you shut up. You don't argue, you don't question, you don't ask nothing. You just shut up. If you think your food is $18 and they're charging you $26, you just pay them $26. You don't question them, you don't argue, you don't dispute. You just shut up and pay them, Negro. Don't question me. Oh, somebody said they want a shirt with uppity on it. I really want a shirt with uppity on it too. I want a shirt with uppity on it. Don't be uppity, just shut up and take it. Shut up and take what we give you. So at the movie theater, I don't know what the dispute was, what the question was, that they went to the movie. It's family time. It's the mother, the father, the baby. They going to the movie to have a good time. Uppity t-shirt. Fabulously uppity. I could not pay 50 cents. I might pay 50 cents though. You might play or pay 50 cents. Okay. So the day at the movie, they had some kind of question, some dispute, something, and the manager called the police on the family, and the little boy is so upset, thinking that his father or his mother or him are going to be shot and killed, that he's throwing up. He's sick to his stomach. He's upset. He's disturbed. That's deep to me. That's that's deep. It's not really surprising, but it's really sad to hear. Children, I think all of us are under stress and pressure, and children are under stress and pressure too, and they're aware of what's going on. They're, aware of all of this mess and confusion and intensification of the assault on us, and they're stressed about it, and that's really sad and disturbing. So, that and then you in the situation as an adult where it's almost like, given what the child has been seeing, it's almost like if you in a situation as an adult, it's sort of like, well, do you say, well, why is my bill $26? I thought it was 18. Or you just shut up because you don't want your children to be stressed out and worried that they're gonna get killed at the Waffle House or at the movie theater, or have to see you get killed. Do we stay in the house? Just stay in the house all the time? How we gonna get from the house to work? We just, you know what I mean? Who's torturing our children now? A baby's was at the movie theater with his parents. A child was at the movie theater with his parents, and there was some dispute. Like, well, I thought I want my money back because I didn't like the movie, or I thought the tickets were supposed to be $2. Whatever. I don't know what the dispute was. And the movie theater called the police on the daddy or the mama. I don't know. And the child threw up. The child, the child was throwing up because the child is stressed. I don't know why the child threw up. I'm just assuming from the headline. It's coming off of Atlanta Black Star. Yeah. But even the children that we don't know, who, we don't see throw up, they're under stress. We're all under stress. We're all under stress. So prayers out, to all of us who are just trying to live with like dignity and humanity, just be human beings out here. And may we continue to assert and recognize and honor our humanity. Noura Hussein, appeals court overturns death sentence. I think she might have killed her husband. I mean, it's something dealing with, how much information do you give to children to strategically prepare them? How much do they need to know? How much don't they need to know? At what point do you let them know stuff? And they expose to stuff even if you're not exposing them to it. She was sentenced to 5 years in jail. An appeals court in the Sudan has overturned the death sentence of a woman who killed her husband after he allegedly raped her. Earlier today, I was taking a walk in the park. It's a perfect day here today. But as I was walking, I thought about myself. Is one of these Kate Becky's going to call the cops on me for walking while black? Yeah. It's like it's a low grade, even if you're not conscious of it, it's like a low grade, distress. I'm distraught. It's like it's just this, It's intense. And then it's kind of like I was thinking about, like, well, if you don't say anything and you just shut up and take it, like, let me just shut up and take it so I can try to, like, stay alive. They kill people. It's not like, even though you think, oh, well, if I'm polite to the cops, they won't kill me. They kill people who are polite to the cops. Oh, if I don't have a gun, they won't kill me. Oh, if I pull my pants up, they won't kill me. Oh, if I, don't have an attitude, they won't kill me. Oh, if, you all, but they kill all kinds of people all the time. For nothing. Yeah. This woman was 19 years old. She was sentenced to 5 years in jail. She was happy her daughter's life had been spared. The Islamic court had sentenced her to death by hanging. We are being forced to be more and more aware these days, often to our detriment. Is it to our detriment? So instead of death by hanging, she got 5 years. Mrs. Hussein said her husband had recruited some of his own cousins who allegedly held her down as he raped her. When he allegedly attempted to do the same thing the following day, she lashed out at him with a knife and stabbed him to death. She was forced into the marriage at the age of 16. Her husband, who was also her cousin, was 16 years her senior, increasing the level of stress. After her husband's death, she ran to her family's home and told them what happened. Fearing revenge, her father took their whole family to the police station in a bid to protect them. Oh boy. I don't like the rape stories. I don't like the cousins holding the people down to rape them. I don't like the murderation of the husband. I don't like the child being forced into marriage at 16 with somebody who 16 years older than you. That's like 32 years old. I don't like it. I don't know what's true. I'm just reading the story, but I just don't like the idea. It's very distasteful and upsetting. So prayers out to everybody, who was involved directly and indirectly. And, just may truth and justice, I know, yuck. May truth and justice and honor, reign supreme. Jill Scott's divorce turns extra petty as husband wants judge to force singer to hand over his shoehorn. Is it a diamond encrusted shoehorn? What kind of shoehorn is it, boo? Just another day in the life of Black people in America. Yeah. Yeah. Now that Nura who's that yeah. So yeah, I don't know what kind of shoehorn it was. Maybe it had sentimental value. Maybe Jilly from Philly is being petty and keeping his shoehorn, and so he had to go to the judge to order that she return his shoehorn to him. Who uses a shoehorn? I know people who wear like shoes usually. I just wear slippers. I don't really wear shoes. The women's shoes, I don't own a shoehorn, but I see men with shoehorns. Indiana child fires handgun, found gold with diamond studs at the top. Jilly from Philly is acting silly. Is she, or is it her husband man? Is it the man, or is it both of them? My daddy, you got a problem with that? He got a shoehorn. He probably shop at Henry the Hatter too. If he was in Detroit, he probably shopped at Henry the Hatter. Which is, I don't know if Henry, but there's still some shops downtown, like what in my head I think of like East Side or like Zaddy's, go and shop there. Bonafide let off 3 rounds. Indiana child fires handgun found in sofa at IKEA. Oh, it's all about the rhymes. Jilly from Philly, her man out here acting silly. Maybe, I don't know. Indiana, I don't know if I don't know. It's probably like they probably are in some kind of weird, spiral of behavior. I'm imagining. Indiana child fires handgun found in sofa at IKEA. So I guess they were at the store and the child found the handgun. I think the baby was like 5 or 6 years old and played with it for a couple minutes and then shot it at IKEA. I guess somebody's gun fell out of their pocket. They went to the IKEA, the shop. They had their gun in their pocket. They sat down. They like, oh, this couch it's comfy. You just sink right into it. And their gun fell out their pocket, and they didn't even know it. Why is there a gun in the couch at IKEA? That's my story. I haven't read the article, but it's coming off of the BBC. If you want to get the details, T.I.'s side chick no longer content to be the mistress. Allegedly, she wants rapper to leave the wife, Tiny. I thought the Swedish were so peaceful. That's the American IKEA, not the Swedish, the one in America. So what I'm kind of curious about with these stories, this is coming off of Atlanta Black Star, how they know what's going on in them people's homes. I didn't read the article, so maybe she done come out and said, I don't want to be the side chick, I want to be the wife, and that's what the story is based on. I don't know. I just don't. I'm like, why we got so much information about these people's private lives? I don't know. It turns out being a narcissist means you're more likely to succeed thanks to one key feature. You know what the key feature is? Narcissists are tough. They don't really give up. They keep going. Fortnite is free. Fortnite is free, but hardcore fans are paying out hundreds of dollars for rare physical copies of the game. Who plays Fortnite? Who ever even heard of Fortnite? I heard about it on the news feed, but that's it. I don't even know what Fortnite is. People paying hundreds of dollars. They must be collectors for rare physical copies of the game. I guess you can get it free digitally. This paint color can increase your home value by $6,000. So for those of you who are into real estate investing and flipping, that's kind of exciting. Because I mean, how much does paint cost? It might cost you $1,000. I think this is exterior paint. I'm a narcissist. Why you crazy, mad, funny? All collectors are nuts. So I don't know what I don't know, like it probably costs $1,000 to paint, on average, give or take, depending on the size of the house, to paint the house. And you 6,000. What's the color? Starting with the color of your front door. It's not even the whole house, it's just the front door. Okay, so I'm gonna just go on and tell y'all what the story says. You don't even have to look it up. They found that homes, this is Zillow, a new report by Zillow. They found that homes with charcoal, smoky, or jet black doors sell for $6,271 more than, considering that a door paint job can cost approximately $100 to $400. Hey, underrated darkness. A bucket of black paint is a stellar investment. Yes, it is. Who knew? I like a wood door myself, like a good solid, wood door. I don't even know if we have any painted doors in this neighborhood. Oh, their door is red over there. Okay. As for the rest of your house, cool and neutral wall colors are a big hit with buyers overall. Light blue bathrooms and taupe colored living rooms are especially popular in homes that sold for more money. Meanwhile, homes with dark red or brown colored walls sold for as much as $2,300, less than expected. All right. For exteriors, houses painted a creamy bright yellow. Oh, I like that color, that creamy bright yellow. I know exactly what they're talking about. Okay. So that's that. If you trying to sell a house, or if you're flipping a house, go on and get you a whole bunch of black charcoal. What were the colors? Get you some paint so you can put it on all of your flips, make more money. That's pretty good. That's a good tip, if I must say so myself. Sorry to bother you is right. Minorities are judged by the sound of their voice. Always bet on black. Minorities are judged by the sound of their voice, and there's science to prove it. So I don't know what this movie is, Sorry to Bother You, but they say in Sorry to Bother You, the person is like a telemarketer and they go to work and I guess they just talking in their regular black voice, like, hey, you want to, be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Hey, I'm calling from, BlackBerry, and I want to know if, and they said that when his colleague was like, use your white voice. So he started saying, hi, I'm calling from BlackBerry, and I wanted to know, I used to have the voice. I don't know if I have a white voice anymore. But there was one time when somebody called the house and they asked to speak to my mother. And then when I put her on the phone, this is back when people had house phones. When I put her on the phone, and I was grown then, they said, who is that little white boy answering your phone? I'm not a little white boy. But anyway, it's like it's a tax. It's a tax. If you sound black, if people think you sound black, it's harder for you to rent property. It's harder for you to do everything if people think you sound black. So the black tax extends to your voice. So if you know whatever you're trying to do, get if you're calling about the advertisements in the paper, whatever, 70% of the time when he used his standard English voice, but less than 30% of the time when he spoke in a black or Latino dialect. So when he was trying to call and rent houses, or get information, they don't want to deal with the blacks. Can you really tell someone's race based on their voice? Just walk past 2 black doors. Wow. You have to alter your voice over the phone so they fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Beverly Hills Cop reference. I make inferences from people's voices all the time. Okay. All right. Yeah, sorry to bother you. So in the movie, I don't know if it's based on fact, but when he changed his voice, he became like the #1 top salesperson. So it kind of looked interesting to me. I didn't know anything about it, but I might see it. Putin, if you have a black sounding name, you have less of a chance of job offers, rental opportunities, etc. That's correct. I hadn't heard about it in terms of rental opportunities, but they've done the research where they take the same resume and they put Angela Riley on one and Tamu, Brown on another, and it's the same resume, but they just have different names. And Angela Riley get more offers than Angela Rasulullah Riley or Tamu Brown. Um, you've been told that you could work on what kind of lines with your voice? Putin has 2, maybe 3 daughters he never talks about. Here's everything we know about him. I didn't read it. I just thought it was interesting because remember we were talking about I've been told I should work 900 lines with my phone voice. One place I worked when I first got out of college, they made me record. They wanted me to record the voicemail because they liked my voice. Hey, Bella. Ooh. So what are 1-900 lines? Maybe I missed something. I thought it was interesting that Putin has 2, maybe 3 daughters. They don't really know. Like Kim Jong-un, he has children. They say probably, possibly, but he keep his stuff real low. He don't want nobody to know because he don't want nobody, they say, going after his children. Philippine President Duterte calls God stupid. God is stupid. That's what they say Duterte said. June 26, 1926, Wyatt Mordecai Johnson becomes first Afro-American president at Howard University. So I always thought when I went to an all-women's college, I remember when I would go around to like HBCUs because one of my friends went to HBCU, and I was like, I have 3 different white-sounding accents that I keep on reserve in case, for those who are lonely at night. So when I went, going around to the HBCUs, just like when I went to a women's college, we had to take like women's studies classes. So I assumed that like if you went to a HBCU, that like your first semester you were taking like Black history classes. And people are like, no, they were protesting when I was a student. I don't know what happened of that, but what happened with that, but they were protesting so that they could have like Black history. And like, I don't know if it was Howard Spelman, some of the HBCUs. I'm like, what HBCU don't have Black history? So I guess I was also surprised to find that a lot of women's colleges were founded by men. A lot of HBCUs or Black colleges were founded by white people. So this person here, Wyatt Mordecai, was the first Afro-American president at Howard University in 1926. I don't know how old Howard was, so I don't know how long it was into the creation of Howard before a Black person was allowed to be president. I mean, I don't know. South Korea revenge porn. Sora owner arrested. So I don't know why they call it revenge porn when you take unauthorized pictures of women you don't know and publicize those pictures on the internet. Yeah. So I don't know who the Sora owner is. Oops, dang, I was trying to get to it. Okay, we'll see if we can get to it. Maybe it's something there. But when we talked about it before, I'm like, I don't understand why they're calling it revenge porn. I would think that revenge porn, even though I don't even think that's a good name, would be like, we dated and now we not dating and you mad, so you taking pictures and putting, you like when we were kids, you would write somebody's name on the bathroom wall, or mostly a girl, for a good time, call Angela, and you putting my number out there for people to call. That's what I think of, like revenge porn, but like in 2018. So, the use of hidden and upskirt cameras is a huge problem in South Korea. That's somebody going up the escalator, so they about to try to get a picture under her skirt. Now, I did see this. I do know this woman who lives in South Korea, and she's like, it's very, very common. It's not so common for women to show cleavage, but it's very common for women to wear like short skirts. Like they don't consider that to be, risque, but like showing cleavage is another thing. I think that's what she said. I don't know. Japan reveals, they just named the same old shit. Japan unveils Hello Kitty themed bullet train. Y'all in the Hello Kitty? White woman hurls slurs at Mexican man and his mother while they worked. Drug dealers, rapists, and animals. That's what she yelling at the people while they working. Bye. Restaurant offering robot-made burgers opening in San Francisco. So I guess, you not Black, you ain't gonna be able to flip burgers. They already, I think one of the mainstream ones was saying that they were gonna have computers flipping their burgers, and now there's a restaurant that just, it's robot-made burgers. So you can go there in San Francisco. Hello City. I might have seen an image of Hello Kitty before, like some of the stuff. I don't know. Are you like a big fan of Hello Kitty, COG? 10 tourism tech startups helping visitors to explore Africa. Woo! This is coming off of Moguldom. So check out moguldom.com and read the article 10 tourism tech startups helping visitors to explore Africa. So you can, get connected with some of the people who are going to help you explore Africa, some of the companies that are going to help you explore Alkebalan. EU migrants. Italy melts a deal to end rescue ship standoff. Hello Kitty is cute. See, you want to get on the train in Japan? That's like people collect Mickey Mouse stuff and stuff. Popular back in the 90s. I think it's still popular with people. Grown people who are into like, the Mickey Mouse stuff, and they have some very like sophisticated, like well-designed stuff where it's like you can, like, if you can tell it's Mickey Mouse, but if not, it just looks like furniture or shoes or whatever. It's like subtle. I mean, some of it is cute, except for I'm just not into Mickey Mouse. But I've seen some really, I thought it was interesting stuff because somebody I knew was really into Mickey Mouse years ago. And I was like, that stuff is nice. It's like the grown up, Amazon Kindle finally supports Arabic language books. So if you want to read an Arabic language book, Amazon Kindle finally supports it. These states have the largest concentration of fast food restaurants in America? What states are those, I wonder? I'm about to click the link. Hey, Marlo's Corner, how you doing? Let's see if it came up yet. Hello, chat. What states do you think have the largest proportion of fast food restaurants in the nation? The largest concentration? Fine, and you? Any place where zero is always going. Americans love fast food. In fact, about 1/3 of Americans eat fast food every day. Dang, fast food every day? When I was growing up, I probably used to eat fast food every day. So somebody could say, your furniture is really Mickey Mouse. And you'd say, yes, yes, it is. Many fast food restaurants exist per capita in the United States. Okay, anyway. The state with the most fast food per capita has 6.3 restaurants for every 10,000 people living there. That doesn't sound like that much. Maybe it's a lot. It's no secret. Okay. Southern states have the highest concentration, highest amount of fast food. Have the highest concentration of fast food. Fast food leads to slow disease. That's deep. That's true. That's brilliant. I like it. Fast food leads to slow disease. That sounds like a book title. So southern states have the highest amount of fast food per capita, with the highest ratio being 6.3. The central U.S. isn't far behind, with some Midwestern states having as many as 5, 5 per 10,000. Kansas, Arkansas, or Arkansas, as we like to say. Nevada, I think they're doing a count from the bad to worse. They do an account from bad to worse. Nevada, Kentucky, South Carolina, Missouri, or Misery, since we talk about fast food restaurants, District of Columbia, Indiana, Tennessee, Oklahoma, West Virginia, or West Virginia IA. Oh shoot, I'm so confused. Well, it's just West Virginia, Nebraska. I don't think it is. I'm gonna have to look on the map. And then coming in at number one is Alabama. Alabama. Okay. Oh no, I lost my thing, my news feed. Habaragani. Cooperative economics. Ujima. Okay, I'm going to find it. Hold on one second. Un momento, por favor. Ujima. We've been on Ujima for probably 5 or 6 days now. We're reading a paragraph a day in Darkman. So if you can stream late, go back to the beginning. You can hear the little paragraph from the essay and deepen your meditation and your reflection on Ujima on cooperative economics. Let's see. Oh, there we are. Medical marijuana may soon be legalized in Oklahoma, one of the reddest states in the U.S. Volvo at Trump has been suspended. I don't know exactly what she said, but the idea is like you should get in their behind. If they out in public, be like, you and your people ain't skit. I don't appreciate what you're doing. Black people are being blocked from owning marijuana dispensaries. Hey, Sonia C's. Yeah, they have policies here that are interesting. U.S. Supreme Court upholds Trump's travel ban. So I was thinking about, or somebody had spoken about, the fact that the a lot of these decisions that are coming off the Supreme Court have been and continue to be 5-4 decisions, and that Obama was supposed to be making a political appointee, an appointment to the Supreme Court, and the right. I didn't think she was prompting people to physically harm anyone. They do the most. They too much. They dumb. Um, 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 so these 5-4 decisions, and then when Obama was supposed to be appointing somebody, they like, no, you can't appoint nobody because you're a lame duck. Now that wasn't the rule of law. That wasn't the law. They just, because they didn't want him to, they're like, who gonna check me, boo? You're not gonna appoint nobody. And now Trump has appointed somebody to the Supreme Court, but Trump and his people have been actively putting people on courts up and down, the hierarchy of courts in this nation. I'm just saying. I'm not like a big fan of courts or anything, but I'm just saying. Dota 2, DOTA 2 team kicked from $15 million finals for using illegal mouse. We were talking about the Dota thing yesterday because they had artificial intelligence competing or something. You don't know, say. Controversial telecommunications giant Huawei paid for Australian politicians to go on more trips to China than any other company. But I'm sick of the dramatics of the likes of Maxine. I'm ready for action. Oh, hey. Well, what should she do? Because she's like a politician. I think that what she does is like, I think her job is like in the context of like politics. So I feel like if she's steadily saying what she want to say, you mean she should pass legislation? She's not a good congressperson. I don't really know much about what she does. I just know what she says, and I'm here for it. Childish Gambino accused of stealing "This Is America" from New Jersey rapper. Y'all heard about that? Now, "This Is America," when you hear it on the radio, it doesn't sound anything like the video looks. The cheap rents that some New Yorkers enjoy could be about to change dramatically. So I guess they're about to get rid of rent controlled apartments and stuff. They had rent controlled apartments back when I was there. People would have big old apartments. They'd be paying like nice apartments. They'd be paying like $600. I'm gonna pull it up now. They would be paying like $600 or $300, or and like if it was fair market value or whatever, it would be like 3,000. A lot of people on the internet believe so. This is Childish Gambino after his song was compared to rapper Jesse Harley's cut "American Pharaoh," Pharoah. So you can find that article on Atlanta Black Star. Oscar awards. That is a fitting metaphor, Ayapo. I agree 100%. Brilliant. Everything will change. There is no going back to normal after Trump. And I think that this feeling of this sense of normality that we had or whatever, it was an illusion anyway. It wasn't really normal. It wasn't really sane. It wasn't really fair. It wasn't really what, the propaganda was. Oscar awards body acts to boost diversity with 928 member invitations. They said half of them were women, or almost half of them were women. I don't know what the other demographics are, but it just seemed crazy to me that it's like half of the people in the world are women and y'all don't have half of the people on your Oscar board as women. What you doing? San Franciscans are waiting 30 minutes in line for these Japanese cheese tarts. Here's what they taste like. They're made with cream cheese or something, I don't know, but I don't eat that. I'm not waiting no 30 minutes in line for this. But I guess it's popular. People are excited to see it there, and they waiting to try it, to get it, to taste it, to have it. Legendary Detroit studio that recorded some of Motown's greats listed for, hey, welcome back, Love Like the Sun, listed for $1.5 million after facing demolition. Cheese tarts. Feed Proxy, some kind of San Francisco chain. I think it's a chain, but it's made its way to San Francisco, and so the peoples are excited. They excited. Black employees sue over alleged racist graffiti. Nooses hung at San Francisco high-rise construction. The new way to promote stuff is hire people to stand in line, and then people be like, what is the line for? What's going on? Florida man who pretended to be an Australian jihadist has been jailed for 10 years. He was like on the internet trying to get people to bomb stuff, saying he was going to bomb stuff. That's what they saying. 77-year-old man accused of setting blaze, shooting at firefighters in California. This coming off of Feed Proxy. Y'all know anything about this story? I'm hitting it to see if this 77-year-old man, my theory is that he's white, because I think that if he was black, he'd have been shot. His name is Thomas Kim. Long Beach, California. I'm finished now. This is it. This is the end, basically. Although we still have time, so I guess I'm going to do another country from Alkebulan. I ate when I got in, but I'm still kind of like, I want to go and eat. Yeah, I don't know who the 88-year-old guy was. All they have is the image of, and I don't know why they have that image of the firefly. He's definitely white, or at least white passing, right? All right, so that's it. We've looped back to the end of what I have for my note for my stories, and let us see. Did we do Ghana yesterday? Did we do Ghana yesterday? Let's see who we gonna talk about. What we gonna talk about now? Keep-A-Lan. Guinea. Okay, Guinea. We gonna talk about Guinea. Y'all know anything about Guinea? What we know about Guinea? I'm confused because I feel like it's a Guinea-Bissau. I don't know. Yeah. Name change needed. Is it Equatorial Guinea? I'm just going to put in Guinea. I think we already did Equatorial Guinea. Yeah, country in West Africa. Guinea is a country in West Africa bordered on the west by the Atlantic Ocean. It's known for the Mount Nimba Strict Nature Reserve in the southeast. The reserve protects, they were colonized by the French. The reserve protects the reserve protects a forested mountain range rich in native plants and animals, including chimpanzee and the viviparous. Bella is on it. Me too. I was like, who? What? The black truck is still there. Did anything happen? COG. Right, but see, the thing is that Bella is supposed to look first. She's supposed to know what's going on before I know what's going on. She's a dog. She's supposed to see it, smell it, hear it before me. Why I gotta tell her somebody at the door? That's some bullshit. Okay, the viviparous toad. On the coast, the capital city, Conakry, is home to the modern Grand Mosque and the National Museum. Yeah, she been on vacation. She ain't on vacation this week. She always on vacation. I didn't see any news. Let me see if I can find some news. Shoot, Bella living the life of Riley. She get fed, she get walked, she have staff, she get to run the streets wild. She go on excursions. She's traveled the country. She might be traveling the world. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, so the flag is red, yellow, and green, but instead of horizontal stripes, instead of horizontal stripes, it's vertical stripes. Gotta teach. Peace, y'all. Have a good class. Teach well. What you teach? The French Republic. Oh, let's hear how to pronounce it. Guinea. Let's try again. Guinea. Oh, I had it right. Okay, Guinea. Okay. Country on the western coast of Africa, formerly known as French Guinea. The modern country is sometimes referred to as Guinea Conakry in order to distinguish it from other countries with Guinea in the name. She don't have to worry about Becky. Shoot, these people here, they be on the they be serious about your dog. We saw your dog on the street. On Next Door Neighbor, they're like, there was a dog on the street. It looked like this. I've got it in my backyard for protection. And then I heard, I don't pay attention to Next Door Neighbor because I feel like it's some bullshit. But then I heard that somebody had come and picked up, like, my dog is missing, or I found a dog, and somebody came and picked it up, but it wasn't their dog. And then they ended up bringing the dog back. I don't know if they just left it on the porch and ran, or if they like, oh, I thought it was my, I wonder if Bella sounds black over the phone. I always say Bella better be lucky that she's so brown and light skinned. I don't know. She kind of suspect. So Guinea, they use Guinea Conakry in order to distinguish it from other countries with Guinea in the name, and the such as Guinea-Bissau and Equatorial Guinea. Let's hear this is the anthem. Right, a black child couldn't ask for help without getting shot. That's right. I'm trying to find my way to school and I got disoriented. So that dark blue, is it in the country? The official language is French. The vernacular is Fula. The languages are Mandinka and Susu. Oh, the vernacular languages are Fula, Mandinka, and Susu. European again. And they all sound the same, except for the one yesterday. I can't tell the difference between them. I hadn't been paying enough attention other than to be like, oh, then sell your dog back to you. Fula, ethnic groups, Fula 32.1%, Mandinka 29%, Fula and Susu. Mandinka 29.8%, Susu 19.8%, Kisi 4.7%, Kapele 6.2%. Fulu would be me, thank you. Oh, okay. Fula. Hey, Ron Redbird 101. The Fula people, or Fulani, or Fulani, or Fulabay, numbering between 20 and 25 million people in total, are one of the largest ethnic groups in Sahel and West Africa, widely dispersed across the region. The Fula people are traditionally believed to have roots stemming from North Africa and the Middle East, who later intermingled with local West African ethnic groups. As an ethnic group, they are bound together by the Fula language and their Islamic religious affiliation. Now, I've heard of Fulani, but I did not know. New York, Cali, New York. Okay, let's see if they really want to be liberated, they need to change the sound of that European national anthem. Right, all of these countries. Yesterday's country, Ghana, they sounded like Black American to me. But somebody was saying if you hear the soundtrack, it's gonna sound European, but I don't know. Culture, we'll look at culture because somebody asked about food yesterday. Polygamy is generally prohibited by law in Guinea. However, there are exceptions. Music. Like other West African countries, Guinea has a rich musical tradition. The group Bebeya, Bimbeya Jazz became popular in the 1960s after Guinean independence. Bimbeya Jazz, I never heard of them. Cuisine. Guinean cuisine varies by region, with rice as the most common staple. Cassava is also widely consumed, part of West African cuisine. The foods of Guinea include jollof rice, maafe, and tapalapa bread. In rural areas, food is eaten from a large serving dish and eaten by hand outside of homes. All right. So that's it. That's what I got. That's it for my that's that. Uh, uh. Truth be told, I think the whole region is all considered the Songhai Empire. That would be us folks, Mali, Guinea, etc. Oh, somebody's coming to the black car, the black truck. I thought, yeah, those tires look kind of fluffy, don't they? They look unusual. They don't look like normal tires. Okay, my energy creates my reality. Yay, hand clap. Oh, we didn't clap for anybody today. Oh, we did. We clapped for we clapped for Rottweiler. Thank God Rottweiler came on and finally had some new and good news. You might have been late, but you were right on time. So we're gonna clap again for you working out, going to the gym. Is that what you said? You went to the gym. All right. I love you too. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. What you focusing on, what you manifesting, what you out here doing. You can also look at what you've manifested, and that helps you to get some insight into what you really believe. I mean, I'm just saying. All right. The time has come to say goodbye. Yay! He might be gone too, but we clap for him anyway, because the spirit received the claps. Those Songhai people sailed all the way to Mexico. Bye, Bella. People said bye, girl. Why she get that dry butted look? Bella. All right, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What you looking for? She says, so what? You gonna rub my belly? You got treats for me? What? She like to hear her name though. This is the true fat belly Bella. I can't access my black hand claps emoji or my black anything. Wow, so you used to be able to and now you can't? So drop into the comments what you're looking forward to, what you're excited about. I haven't said anything about it in a while, but we still have this meetup that's going to be coming up at the Jim Crow Museum July 14th in Big Rapids, Michigan. So if you're regional, consider doing a day trip, 2-3 hours drive, an hour. It's 3 hours from Detroit, but I think it's 3 hours from Ohio, or so yeah, come on and meet and greet, and then we're gonna go to Big Rapids and we're gonna find us a black-owned restaurant to eat at. We're gonna go to Grand Rapids and eat at a black-owned restaurant. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Hey. Be you. Be fabulous. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Who you gonna be if you ain't you? Who we gonna be if we ain't we? Who you gonna be if you ain't you? Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Peace. You looking forward to your trip to Baltimore and DC next weekend? That sounds nice. Baltimore and DC. Oh, what song? Okay. Well, that's good. Enjoy. You're welcome. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is on purpose that we are here together. You are blessed and you are a blessing. And I thank you for being fabulous. You. Yay. And if you didn't subscribe already, go on and hit the subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, hit the like button. If you don't want to hit the subscribe button, oh, well, yeah. Hit the like button if you're watching on the replay. And subscribe and like.